This is #Africa, telling South African history through stone. A new exhibition is recounting South African struggle dating back to apartheid. Renowned artist Ntuli is showcasing at Melrose Arc and Sandton Square in Johannesburg, and Tumelo was there.
These are some of the powerful sculptures depicting South Africa's pivotal moments in the struggle for freedom as well as a democratic society.
Here in this exhibition is to remind ourselves where we have been so that we can determine where we have to go to avoid what has happened to us.
The country's history is turbulent, as shown in these 7 life-size portraits. It tells of the Askaris, freedom fighters who were turned into state collaborators. There is also the story of the cultural boycott, which highlighted the political crisis at the time. And then there is a tale of the democratic state, in which there has been slow progress in delivering people's needs.
You can't separate Africans from art. It's part of our being. It's part of who we are culturally, as I said, from the earliest people.
Artist Professor Ntuli says the works help South Africans remember their heroes as well.
So we wanted to come up with the monuments that will become the pride of the people, while maintaining the other statues, because they are part of our history.
The exhibition, named Sculpt X 2019, is on until the 29th of September at the Melrose Arch and Sandton Square. Tumelo, Johannesburg.
We're now joined by Shanaz. She is the curatorial assistant at the Javett Art Centre to explain to us this beautiful piece I'm seeing behind me. Shanaz, thank you for your time. What does this represent?
So Tumelo, this is one of my favorite pieces that's on show at the moment, and it's by Mary Sibande. She's a Johannesburg-based artist, and her work deals with critiquing the stereotypical depictions of black women in South Africa. So by confronting this history that South Africa has of oppression, she created an alter ego called Sophie, which is the figure here behind us. And she has a background in fashion, and she brings that forth by creating this elaborate Victorian-like dress, or Sophie is represented in that way, and she tries to subvert or contrast those stereotypical depictions by depicting Sophie in this manner. And what's very important, I think, for her as an artist and this work is the history of her family. And her mother and grandmother were both domestic workers, and for her that's an important reality that she brings through in this work. And so that is the context of her alter ego and the figure used here.
That's beautiful. Do we know what the animals represent?
So the piece is called Cry Havoc, and she calls these the dogs of war. So it's sort of like her protectors, or her animals that she keeps, and it's used as also an empowerment for her.
It's really beautiful indeed. We'll have more, of course, art pieces to show you right here at the Javett Art Centre. But before the break, let's take a look at some of the news and views from across the continent. More still to come right here on #Africa. Do stay with us.